Today, boys and girls, we're going to work on lesson 3.4. We're going to learn how to count and write the number 7.
How can you count and write 7 with words and numbers?
Hey, do you see what's in the sky? A bunch of balloons. I wonder how they got there. So, how many do you see? Click on the balloon to help us count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 balloons. Phew! How can we describe the number of balloons? I don't know how to write 7. Do you? Sounds like we need to find out how to write the number 7. Let's go get some help with that.
Sanjay buys 7 baseball cards. He puts them in a box. He wants to show how many cards are in the box. How can he show 7? You can use a counter to show each baseball card. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 counters. Click the counters to see the number 7. Now let's count the tennis balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 tennis balls. Select the tennis balls to see the word 7.
So what they showed you with the red counters is the number 7 as a number. That's the number 7. And what they're showing you with these tennis balls is the word 7. So they're going to show you the letters to form the word 7.
The word 7 is spelled S-E-V-E-N. 7. Now you know how to show 7 using a number and a word. Count how many birds you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can use a word or a number to show 7. Select the number that shows 7.
So they give us 2 numbers. There's a number at the top and there's a number at the bottom. Dominic, would you happen to know which is the number 7? Should I click the top number or do I click the bottom number? Which is the number 7, Dominic?
It's the bottom.
Let's see if you're correct.
That's right, 7. You know how to show the number 7. You can also show the word 7. S-E-V-E-N. 7. You can show 7 using a number or a word.
All right, so we're going to start working in our math books. Again, we are on page 137. That is lesson 3.4. So I'm going to go to my presentation here on Google Slides. Here's our learning objective. We're going to be able to count and write up to 7 with words and numbers. And then I'll upload our live Zoom video here on the YouTube channel. So let's start at the top of the page. They give us yellow counting cubes. So our job is to label the counting cubes to see how many we have. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's start with the first one. 1. Oh, that was sloppy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on a second. The next one is 5. So now that we've finished counting the top row of yellow cubes, now we're going to go down to the bottom row. We're going to continue with 6. And the last number that we count is 7. So there we counted and labeled 7 cubes. So what they want us to do now is they want us to trace the number 7. So when you trace the number 7, boys and girls, look for the blue dot. Start at the blue dot, go across and down. Keep tracing the number 7 until you reach the end of that row. Start at the blue dot, across and down. You'll do a much better job at tracing than Miss Castro because when I'm using the mouse here on the computer, it comes out sloppy. All right, so we just traced the number 7. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to those brown hats. We're gonna count and label the hats first, and then we're gonna trace the word 7, which has the letters. So 1 hat, 2 hats, 3 hats, 4 hats. Next we have 5 hats. Then we have 6 hats, and last but not least, 7. And I just realized the number 3 disappeared on me, so let me go back and fix that. I don't know why it keeps going away. There we go. Okay, so now down below where you see the letters, that forms the word 7. So you're gonna go ahead and trace those letters. S, E, V, V like van, E, and N, N like nut, like in our foundations program. Okay, so today's magic number of the day is 7. 7. All right, we're gonna turn to the next page. And on the next page is where we have a carousel of horses. Right above it, we have a pink tent and some colorful flags. In that picture, we also have groups of trees and bushes. So the bushes are the ones that are on the floor, on the ground, and the trees are way back behind that carousel. So why don't we do this? Who would like to help Miss Castro count and label the trees that are way back behind the carousel? Who wants to help me with that? Elijah, go ahead. I see you raising your hand. Start counting and labeling, Elijah. Go ahead.
1,
Keep going.
2,
Good.
3,
Keep going.
4, 5,
Mhm.
6.
Excellent. So now we stopped at 6, Elijah, but today's magic number of the day is 7. So are we going to circle those group of trees?
Nope.
Nope, because how many did we have?
6.
Excellent job, Elijah. Thank you so much for helping us out with that. So boys and girls, in the back, we should have labeled and counted along with Elijah. And we found out that we only have 6 trees back there. So we cannot circle that group of trees because we're looking for 7. 7, okay? So why don't we do this? The next set we're gonna count. Let's see if we count and label the bushes that are down below to the left over here. Who would like to help Miss Castro count out loud and label with me? Okay, I see Skyla. Skyla, you're
Castro.
yes.
I can't find the chapter 3 book, so I don't know what to do.
Is if mommy's around, you should ask her for help, honey, okay? But everyone has all of their math books at home with them, okay? Try to look for it, my dear. All right, Skylar, we're gonna count these group of bushes over here to the left. So Skylar, you're gonna count and label in your book nice and loud. Go ahead.
Did you say that right? Did you say yes?
1,
Good.
2,
Keep going.
3,
Keep going.
4,
Uh-huh.
5,
Jamie?
6, 7.
You want to do a mix
So Skylar, you counted 7 bushes. 7 is today's magic day of the magic number of the day. So are we gonna circle it?
Yes.
Yes. So boys and girls, with your pencil, you're gonna make a nice big circle around these bushes. I'm gonna show you right now. You did a great job. So we're gonna circle these bushes down here below. After you counted and labeled them with your numbers, you circle that because we have 7 all together. So make a nice big circle around there. Now, who would like to help Miss Castro with the next set of bushes? Let's see. Kaylin, we haven't heard from you yet. Do you want to do this one, Kaylin? You want to count these bushes over here? Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself, Kaylin, so you could do that nice and loud. You're going to count these bushes down here at the bottom. All right, start counting. What number do we start with?
1,
Keep going.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. We're going to stop at 5 because that's all we have. Kaylin, do we have 7 bushes there? Do we have 7 there or do we only have 5?
5.
Right. So, Kaylin, do we circle this group of bushes? Yes or no?
Yes.
No, actually not, because it doesn't have 7. Remember, today's magic number of the day, boys and girls, is 7. You want to make sure you're counting 7. If you count the different number, you're going to leave it alone. That was a good job, Kaylin. All right, I'm going to do the horses. So you're going to count out loud in your home, and you're going to label them in your book as I do it out loud with you. 1 horse, 2 horses, 3 horses, 4 horses, 5 horses, 6 horses, 7 horses. So all of you should have been counting and labeling in your math book while Miss Castro was counting out loud. So I counted 7 horses. Today's magic number of the day is 7. So who wants to tell Miss Castro, what do we do with these group of horses? Are we going to circle it or are we going to leave it alone? Scarlett, go ahead.
We circle it
Yes. And why are we circling it, Scarlett?
because it has 7.
Correct. Good job, Scarlett. Excellent job. So because we counted and labeled 7 horses, we're going to go ahead and make a big circle around those horses. Okay, so now the last thing that Miss Castro is going to count out loud and you're going to label are the flags. So let's start counting and labeling those colorful flags that are up at the top of the pink tent. Ready? 1 flag, 2 flags, 3 flags, 4 flags, 5 flags, 6 flags, 7 flags. So I counted 7 flags. And in your books, boys and girls, you should have labeled them with the numbers. So if we counted 7 flags, what are we going to do with those flags? Christian, we haven't heard from you yet today. Do you want to tell us what we're going to do? Remember, today's magic number of the day is 7. So Christian, are we going to circle that group or do we leave it alone?
Leave it alone.
Not quite. Actually, because we counted 7, that was a good try, Christian. We counted 7. So wherever we count 7, we have to circle it. So here we have a group of 7. And we're going to circle it because we have 7 flags. Yes, Andrew, go ahead.
Don't ever let me have.
Andrew, you were participating this morning. Right now, I'm trying to get the children that have not spoken at all. So just give me one moment. You'll get another turn later on, okay? And Andrew, just like Grandma Iris said, you need to respect the rules and raise your hand so that way I can call on you, okay?
Hello?
Thank you, my dear. All right. So boys and girls, on the next page at the top, I want you to go ahead and trace the number 7. And remember, start at the blue dot, go over and down. Start at the blue dot, go across and down. Keep tracing those number 7s all the way till the end. Okay, let's see. Roslyn, can you help us out with the next problem? These bunnies. You're gonna count out loud and you're gonna label those bunnies in your book and we're gonna see how many we have. Go ahead, Roslyn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Excellent, Roslyn. So we counted and labeled 7 bunnies. Roslyn, what number are we gonna write on the line?
7.
Very good. So boys and girls, on the line for those purple bunnies. Thank you, Roslyn, for helping us count.
I don't got one.
You don't have your book, Dylan?
No.
You have to ask your Aunt Amy because last month she came and picked up all of your stuff from Miss Castro. So why don't you go ask your Aunt Amy for your math book, okay? She should have given that to you a long time ago, my dear. All right, so Roslyn helped us out with counting those 7 purple bunnies. Andrew, you're gonna unmute yourself now and you're gonna count and label those green balloons. Go ahead, nice and loud.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Excellent, Andrew. So we counted and labeled 7 of those green balloons. Andrew, what number are we gonna write on the line?
I can't talk right now.
I don't see any lines.
Say that again, Andrew. Okay, I'm gonna help Andrew out. Andrew counted 7 green balloons. So because 7 was the number that he counted, that's the number that we're gonna write on the line. So boys and girls, please write the number 7 on the line. Okay, let's see if we can get Kimora. Kimora, do you want to count these green bowling pins out loud? All right, Kimora, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so we stopped at 6, Kimora. So if you counted 6 green bowling pins, what number do you write on the line, Kimora?
6. Miss Castro.
Excellent job. Very good, Kimora. So because she
Good job.
counted green
Miss
bowling pins,
Castro.
give me 1 minute, Scarlett. Just like I told Andrew, you need to raise your hand and then I will tell you to unmute yourself. Hold on. Kimora counted 6 green bowling pins. So on the line, we're gonna write the number 6. Remember, boys and girls, not all of the pictures that you're gonna see in your work will have today's magic number of the day. They're gonna try to trick you. Okay. Scarlett, what did you want to say?
I wanted to say how many minutes we leave.
It's 9:30 right now. We don't get off until 10 o'clock. So we still have quite some time to be online together, okay? We're still learning right now. So let's finish up the last question. How about, let's see, Zaylee. Where are you, Zaylee? Do you want to count the last group, those blue hats, out loud?
Yeah.
Go ahead, start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Excellent. So you counted 7 blue hats. So Zaylee, if you counted 7 blue hats, what number do we write on the line?
7.
Beautiful. So boys and girls, everyone write the number 7 on the line and make sure you counted and labeled your hats too. Thank you, Zaylee, for helping us out with that. Okay. Boys and girls, you did an amazing job today. I've been calling on each and every one of you since the start of class. So we've been on since 8:30. So I always try to get everyone a turn and I make sure that I call on the children that haven't been chosen yet. So Thank you to all the boys and girls that participated. I'm going to show you now your Google Classroom assignment for math. Today it is page 141. You're tracing the number 7 up at the top. Then you're going to count and label the pictures. And then whatever number you count and label is the number that you're going to put on the line. Then on the back on page 142, it's a review of all the things that we've learned in math. So each question will be different. So just make sure your moms and dads follow along with the instructions down below so you know what to do. Okay? Excellent job, boys and girls.